This was a thriving community at one time, they said, with a lot of wealthy people living around here. And this moss, which you see a lot around in coastal areas of South Georgia and Florida. Here's some right here. Let me pick it up off the ground. See that right there? It was said that there was a railroad that came through here somewhere, and the moss was used to pack the fruit that was shipped to this thriving community, and also from here on further west, which will be in that direction, to other communities, all the way to the Chattahoochee River. And the moss was used to pack the fruit. And there is a story out there that that's how the moss got here. I don't know if that's true or not, but we're going to continue our little journey today and go back and visit that cemetery. So let's go on down there and look again. Real sandy soil here in this part of the Georgia. An old acquaintance of Grandpa told me one time, he said he asked his grandmama, why did we settle? Why did we settle in this old sandy soil over here? And his grandmama said, because the ground was so soft, it was easier to plow. And I thought that was an interesting story. So this is a first for me. This is my first Revolutionary War soldier, John Mayo, M-A-Y-O, North Carolina, private, Colonel Johnson's company. North Carolina troops, Revolutionary War, 1759 to 1842. I don't know who Colonel Johnson's company was, but that may be worth some of y'all that have access to some history can look that up for us. And right next to Mr. John is George W. Mayo, Company H, 46th Regiment, Georgia Infantry, CSA, 1829 to 1863. I do know from my history that when there were land lotteries, Revolutionary War soldiers, and you can correct me on this, Robert Wright, if I'm wrong, did not Revolutionary War soldiers and or widows of Revolutionary War soldiers get first pick or get some type of front row when they were drawing land lotteries or something like that? I just remember reading about that somewhere. All right, Masonic symbol, David W. Upton, U-P-T-O-N, died September the 5th, 1890, age 91 years, 9 months, 15 days. His toils are past, his work is done. He fought the fight, the victory won. And this one is really eaten up. And I'm going to try to someone came back later, born 1801, and put this in here. Some children right here. Let's see if I can get this one. Johnny Upton, son of, and I can't make it out, born September 10th, 1889, died March 4th, 1890. Is that an R?
Raymond,
or is that an M?
L.
Raymond.
Son of J, C, and D, M, Hodge. Or
Hodge.
Hoge, H-O-G-E. Could be Hodge or
Hodge.
Hogue.
There were some Hodges lived here.
Okay.
It says
February 15th, 1892.
it's like a 9.
Look out the little finger.
It's just growing right there.
That's a neat
These
kinda-
need to be cleaned. This is a
Hey,
child.
look, this is under a hickory tree.
Yeah, and there's another child right here too. I don't know if I can read this one. I think it's the one I just read. That's a, what kind of, is that a rose, a wilted flower? What is that right there?
That one is a flower.
Yeah. Johnny Upton, because so the other Upton was to my right. That's Johnny Upton. I just read this one earlier.
Okay.
I think I've already got this
God,
one. That
this
is
one's got lichen and
yeah, it is
ferns
bad. And
growing
then look
on.
right there, more children.
Oh,
Look.
Oh, how old-fashioned. Look, these are like little
Yeah,
caskets.
yeah. A little dome shaped.
Oh, wow. I've
Crypts,
never seen
like
that.
a false crypt
Yeah.
sort of. Wow, look at this right here, man. We're getting all excited over here now. Look at this right here.
We're gonna come.
In memory of Susan
That looks
Fanny.
like it's been cleaned.
Susan Fanny. Is that a J? I can't.
I think it's a G-E-I.
That's an N. N.
Jenny.
Anyway, we'll figure that out.
Daughter of
Gunnels.
John.
Gunnels. Think
Okay.
it's Gunnels? Is that-
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Okay, Gunnels. Wife of Horton N. Gunnels, born, I can't make up, February 23rd, 1860.
Died
August 3.
3rd, 1884.
And there's no way we're going to read that unless we had the cleaner to clean it with.
Sleep, dearest
Fanny.
Fanny.
Is that what it says? Fanny?
I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, wasn't that her
Yeah.
name? Yeah, that was her middle name. And sleep, dearest Fanny, and
We got to clean this one.
mm-hmm.
That's pretty neat
It's
right there,
kind of
too.
like gingerbread.
Yeah.
Victorian.
Yeah. Martha. What is that middle name? Martha Whitman. And again, I can't read it. This one's broken right here. This is one of those Civil War markers. John Whitman. Company E. 63rd Georgia Infantry CSA. And it's broken off right here. And here's the base that I guess used to hold it right there. All right, now this is also a Civil War marker, but it appears to be much older because it's had that whitewash put on it, which was real popular. Well, I think Robert and I saw it in some 40s and 50s, but let's see if we can read this one. Robert J.
Applewhite?
That's an Applewhite. One of the Applewhite boys. You're right.
Yeah, because it's on Emily right next to him.
Okay. Company G, 31st Georgia Infantry CSA. One of the Applewhite boys.
Now, did he
And
die?
this is
die in service? I mean,
it doesn't have a date there unless it's buried up underneath all that dirt. So what was the one next to it? This was Emily?
wife of.
Emily, wife Emily Applewhite. So this is his wife right here. We don't know who this is because there's no markings here. And we see another one over here that's broken. A false crypt, which I have not seen many false crypts down this way, but here's an example of them right here. Let's get a date on this one if we can. Oh, look at that. September. Yeah, 1858 is when he died. 1832, I cannot make out the name. Mary? Oh, I can't make out the name. I cannot make out the name. The marker has fallen over, but someone is... Miranda B. Miranda B. There could be more back there. We're going to walk back there and look. Some more over here, but guess what? It's not. It's trash. It's old trash that someone dumped out. Look. Someone just came in and dumped out their trash out there. Look at that stuff. Some people. It's starting to rain pretty heavy right now. We may have to take a break. So this is one that's out in the middle. This is out in the middle of this big cemetery, and it's sort of caught my eye. The rain let up for a second. Look at the work on this stone. Very expensive. This is still surviving. Usually you find them broken, and actually it is broken right there. Look, someone set it back up on there. Sacred to the memory of William M. Cox, born in 1820 and departed this life March the 12th, 1881. I don't know. Can we read that down there? Mm-hmm. All right, we'll try it again. Try to get up in a little bit closer. Sticker briars get me. I like that style, that stone, don't you?
The carving is really deep.
It is.
Very high relief.
That is a lot of work right there, isn't it? So we said it was sleep on, thou pulseless heart. I have never heard that.
That's interesting.
Where I can't see that.
Jasmine stars drop golden rain from every
troubled,
thoughtful, thought apart, forgotten every earthly pain.
I've never heard that before.
Now let's try to read it in one thing.
Okay.
Sleep on, thou pulseless heart, where jasmine stars drop golden rain from every troubled thought apart, forgotten every earthly pain. It's really pretty.
That is pretty. So this is a false crypt that's falling apart. You can see the little hole where I think they were brass pins they used when they assembled them. And this is the letter B, which is probably identifying what side, like a puzzle, how it was put together. They say this community here was a very prosperous community. Very prosperous one. A lot of money was here. Look at this large, what's left of a large, probably I'm going to say it was a family plot from the size of it, but it is what's left of it. Another what's remains of a brick tomb. That's some of them old bricks. Those bricks are big. See how big they are. What's left of it collapsed. Field stones. Buzzard feather, field stones. And look at the fence. Fence is still intact. Still, it's about all of it's here, except for the gate. No, wait a minute. The gate. Here's the gate. The gate was here. The gate's missing. But the back side of the fence is just laying right over there. So the fence is all here, but the gate's missing. Here's more field stones. So one of the stories that I remember hearing about was that President Jimmy Carter, you know, he's been in the news lately. His grandfather, oh, they're shooting at us again. It's not even hunting season. His grandfather, on his mother's side, Lillian Carter's father, which was Jimmy Carter's grandfather's first wife, is laid to rest here somewhere. I don't know if he's in this cemetery, but his first wife is laid to rest here. Here's an example of a brick vault. Wow, they're really shooting up some bullets over there. Anyway, here's an example of a brick vault. 2 stacks of bricks, old bricks, just collapsed. And it's a false crypt. There was no one buried in there. They're buried underground, and they put this on top to make it look like a, make it look like a mausoleum. Now here's a false crypt that's still almost intact. Let's go look at it real quick. I'll try and speak over all this shooting if I can. erected by her children to the memory of Mrs. Polly Bivens, whom was born September, who was born September 17th, 1770, and died November the 28th, 1838. Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord. 1838. Isn't that interesting? And right next to it, a stacked stone burial. Another child laid to rest here. And it says in memory of, let's see if we can clean it off. Man, they need some D2 out here, don't we? Can you make that first name out there in memory of?
Lee. L-E-A-H. Leah. W-I-N-G. Wingate.
Wingate. Daughter of William and E.J. Matthews, born September, is that 8th?
1833.
Died June 25th.
18.
Can't make out that date, can we?
49.
On the other side.
Looks like 49.
Could be 40 something. We're using a soft brush on this. The weather has really gotten it to the rain and everything.
40.
Yeah, I think it is a 4. That's a 4, maybe a 2. 42, 1842.
Wait a minute. Did it say wife?
No, it's a child.
Okay.
It's a child right here. It said in memory of.
Daughter.
Daughter of, yeah. And right next to it, let me get my broom over here real quick. This is a false crypt that has fallen down. Doris, D-O-R-C-A-S. I've never heard that name. Right. Daughter of William and E.J. Matthews. Huh. I have never.
Dorcas.
Probably
maiden name.
Born December the
28, 1837.
31?
31. No,
Yep.
37. No, it's just
say.
like this one.
31. Died June 24th, 1842.
42.
So that was a child.
Let's see what the design is on this.
Yeah. That is the side of the false crypt. Right there. It's broken too.
Oh, okay, I see it. Looks like the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, it just fell flat down.
Yeah, it fell over. Tree fell on it. And some
Get this one out.
stone. Let's go back over and look at this one we just walked past.
Out of this.
Pretty neat how they use the field stones to start off with and use the bricks to finish it. Get down there low. And then that moss coming off that tree right there, that cedar tree, right on top of this one here. Let's see if this is the parents here. Sacred to the memory of Daniel M. Hall. Wait a minute, the Hall name sounds very familiar around here. Who was born in 1796, July the 11th, 1796, and died September the 12th, 1844. I'll have to check with our friend and see if she's related to these halls. Another false crypt, but it's not made out of bricks and rocks like that one. The side is falling in though. You see that right there? It's falling in. And I don't know if you can see it from there. I'm gonna try and get down here and get a shot of it. Does it look like that stone has got a bow to it? I mean, and it does. This marble will actually crack and bow out a little bit from sitting there. So this is Sarah L. Hall, wife of Daniel M. Hall, was born November the 7th, 1798, and died August the 30th, 1850 or 1859. I don't know where the gate is, but I'm gonna try to step over this one here. Let's look at the fence before we step over.
Find a low spot.
Yeah, but look at this stile right here. I'll come back and check on this one in just a second.
Ooh,
Bolted.
might be able to step here.
There's a gate somewhere, I know.
Look, this one's lower because it doesn't have
Yeah.
outer rings.
Yeah, this one here is lower too. Wonder why it doesn't have a gate. Where would the gate be?
It's probably on there under the
It's probably underneath all that. Oh, poison ivy. Thanks for telling me. Oh boy. You know how I feel about poison ivy.
Why don't you let me film?
Yeah, come on, you can film it. Actually, you're supposed to be filming it. Remember? You're the producer. Hey, this is similar in style. I'm counting the leaves. I'm trying to count the leaves. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that means stay away. So we're gonna try and read this one. It's pretty messed up, but I want to stay away from the... In memory of Mrs. Anna Wilson,
Daughter of M.J. and
M.L.
W.
I think it's
M.L.
and W.
Bivens,
Wife
of J.D. Wilson, born October 24th, 1839, died July
5th.
6th or
Let's look
5th,
and see. Let's look and see.
1860. Look how beautiful.
Look at the work on that stone.
Look how
right there.
beautiful the I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. Look at the work right there on that. Right
The
there.
ivy.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's like it's almost looks like it's applied,
Yeah,
like it was
like it was stuck
separately
on there, but
and then put on.
That is some work.
Like icing on a cake. But look
Yeah.
at the overall interior shape of how it's not flat down
Yep.
there. It's like an applied piece, maybe.
But it's not an applied piece. They wouldn't do that. That's all been carved, and it was carved back in the mid 1800s. I'm gonna back up. I'm trying to stay away from the poison ivy. But that is a neat stone right there.
That's beautiful. What was the year on that?
60. Passed away in 1860.
And look how deep that
Yeah.
that stone is, like 5 inches thick.
Yeah.
Heavy molding around the bottom. That's beautiful.
And there's a field stone. Ironically, here's a field stone for a marker right next to this one. That's a field stone.
So maybe they ran out of money during the war.
Well, I was told that the community was a thriving community, and the railroad changed. Yes, something changed. The railroad went in a different direction. They stopped coming here. I'm assuming after the Civil War, but I don't know exactly when. And the town just dried up and died. Nothing's left. Only thing left is that old church building back over there in a cinder block church, which is back that way. And somewhere in here, in a grave that has never been found, is Mary Lou Mitchell, who was born October in 1854 in Harris County, and passed away in I think 1920. And she was the granddaughter of Major John Mitchell. And Robert and I, is that right? Is it Robert and I or Robert and myself? Anyway, Grandpa said whatever. The two Roberts. What Grandpa said, the two Roberts did a video when we found Major Mitchell's grave, which actually I knew where it was already. I just had to take Robert up there so he could video it. And the Major died, and Civil War happened, and the family sort of moved on from there. So I don't know how Mary Lou, who apparently never married, how did she get all the way down here to Marion County? I have my guesses. Maybe she came down here to be a teacher. Maybe she came down here to be a nurse or something. Maybe she came down here for another Mitchell relative, which I haven't found yet. But she's laid to rest somewhere in this cemetery, an unmarked grave somewhere. Mary Lou Mitchell. Right here. There were a lot of Matthews in this community. This is one of them. Her name was Mary. I can make that much out. And I can make born February 2nd, 1830 and died, oh, is that June? I can't make it out either. Okay, 10th, 1848. She was very young. False crypt that has collapsed. False crypt has collapsed. Right next to it is another one. Let me see if I can find my broom and sweep this off. And there's some information on the internet from the University System of Georgia. Columbus State University has done some research and stuff about this community. In memory of Sarah Elizabeth, daughter of William E. and is that E.D. Matthews? Born E.J. Matthews, born February the 18th, 1835, died June the 9th, 1851.
How thick this one is.
That's a very thick one. There's
what year is that?
Oh, it says here, in memory of Martha R., wife of W.T. Hollis, born May the 8th,
1836.
Died
September 7th, 1861.
And look at the hands. The feminine hand with the ruffles.
Masculine hand.
And the masculine hand.
And look at the top. Look at that.
Look at the work there.
Definite shape.
Yeah.
And that is like 6 inches thick.
And you asked me, what is this right here?
Yeah,
this little swirl, that is the pattern of a zero-turn lawnmower.
Turning around on this.
Cutting a donut. Cutting a donut on Martha R. And I do not like that. I'll go back to the, and you can see the headstones moved. It's off-centered from where it probably originally was. Like I've said, oh look, it's done bumped back here too. This one is sitting on top of this one. And it's been bumped. And it's been chipped there.
It probably, ooh, there's a saying on the back, a big one.
Oh gosh, let's get the flashlight
What's it
out.
like?
In the springtime of, what is that?
Life.
She flew to the land where the wings of the soul are unfurled. And now like a star beyond evening's cold dew looks radiantly down on the tears of this world.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. It sure is. We can keep the lawnmowers off of it. Have we seen that before?
Well, it's like a parapeted gable with these little cross members coming out.
Right here?
Does this one have a name of where it came from? Eva?
I don't see it.
Eva R. Matthews.
Daughter of
BF
and M.E. Matthews. Born December, was it 22nd? 1861, died
August
24th, 1889. We got a little visitor right there too, don't we? Hey, little fella. Yeah.
A cricket.
Cricket. Look at this one right here.
This was touched.
This was touched
by the gentle spirit, touched by death's unerring hand, and it went life to inherit upward to the better land.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rests a child, a gentle spirit, where these flowers slowly wave, one that will a crown inherit when it rises from the grave.
Yeah, this was a false crypt of some kind. These are the sides to it. And they were probably put up out there, and this is the headstone. And I'll be right there. And of course you see the other two big ones right next to it here, probably. How big? These are probably about 4 foot tall. That one's a little bit taller. Oh, there it is. There's a style of what it was. So see how this obelisk is mounted on this little looking platform right here? 4-sided platform. So this one here was also sitting on a 4-sided platform. Or I don't know what you'd call it. Would you call it a deck? No, you wouldn't call it a deck. but it was just elevated. And then it's fallen down and they didn't put it back together. That explains why these pieces are laying out here. Well, they're just laying out here on their own. So I'm trying to figure out, our producer just brought to our attention that this is a broken piece. You can see where it's broken.
And that's a huge.
And it's sometimes someone tried to put some type of adhesive or something, and I don't know what that is. It's there's an art to gluing these things back together. But where's the base? Where's the bottom? That's the million-dollar question.
I'm wondering if it fit into that piece over there.
Well, no, it's jagged, and that's a flat spot.
Well, the stone that it fit into is missing, is
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
you're right. You made a good point.
See
The
how
stone
thick
is
it
missing.
is?
There's a bottom to this one somewhere. Where's it at? Anyway, while we're here, let's take a look at a few of them. Let's start with this one up here. Masonic sign right there. Emlon H. Hughes. When was he born?
December 3rd, 1873, January 16th, 1913. He was a good husband.
And that's a child next to him. Right here. Lucy. Hey, Lucy Mitchell. Whoa. Now we're getting somewhere. We're solving a mystery here. Lucy Mitchell, daughter of J.L. and L.B. Wilson, died when 6 years old. Is that Grandpa's baby? Let me get my flashlight out because I want to read that correctly.
Granta's baby.
Great aunt's baby.
No.
Yep.
Granta.
You wouldn't call it Granta. No, it wouldn't be grandma, grandpa. No. It would be it's short for great aunt's baby. What do you think? See, I was just trying to find out how the Mitchell family wound up down here when Mary Lou Mitchell's mother wound up in Florida. So this is, we may be getting somewhere here. We may be getting somewhere. Let's regroup here a second. Anna Rebecca Wilson Hughes, born October the 23rd, 1863, died March 11th, 1834. That's a concrete. I seen that stamped. But this really does. I guess I'm gonna have to do some research, find out how this Mitchell wound up in this family plot with the Hughes, and where is Mary Lou Mitchell? Maddie Florid. Am I pronouncing that right? I need my broom. Let me find my broom. Is that Maddie?
Minnie. No, Maddie.
Maddie. How do you pronounce that? Florid?
Florid? Florid?
Maybe.
Florid.
Daughter of M.R. and J.D. Wilson, died at 15 years of age. Transplanted from earth to heaven. Let's clean that heaven part off. It deserves a little recognition here today. Yeah. So this is the one that we're missing the bottom to it. And it says mother. And it says Martha Rebecca, wife of J.D. Wilson, May the 5th, 1841, October the 19th, 1884. Farewell, dear one. Farewell, dear one. On earth we part, but hope to meet in heaven. That's what it says.
Purple glass.
Yeah. Oh, where? Where's the purple glass? Another, I don't know, another example of purple glass that we see sometimes. This says Little Jimmy. Am I reading that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Little Jimmy, I want to make sure I get it right. Son of W.W. and S.E. Wilson, born April the 8th, 1876. Died August 1st, 1882, sleeping in Jesus. You see how it's tilted over, sliding over that way. And over here is W.W. Wilson, born July 12th, 1829. Died October 28th, 1879. We hope to meet again. There's the Wilson. You see how the stones move. This is the top. Like my producer just told me, this was the top. It went up there somehow. Yeah, it's broken. And someone tried to repair this with something. But it's a nice little marker, and it's got some good work to it. And, oh, this is the one that caught my eye when I first walked in here. Let's see if we can get over and get a close. Oh, Captain. Oh, this is worth looking at. What is this emblem at the top up here? Can you make that out? Oh, I can't.
It looks like the clock, hands of a clock. No.
It's letters. It's just a T.
X S H T W S
TW?
S S T X.
I'll take a still shot of it. Let me take a still
I
shot
wonder
of it.
which direction you would read. Start at the bottom, go all the way around.
Let's take a still shot of it real quick. Captain James D. Wilson, April the 8th, 1832, November the 6th, 1917. I want to go to rest. I want to go to rest. Okay, Captain. Captain Wilson. So after talking to Robert Wright the other day, he told me that this is a father and son. And John Mayo, North Carolina private, Colonel Johnson's company, North Carolina Troops, Revolutionary War, 1759 to 1842. Wow. Rounded on the top. See that? Mm-hmm. Okay, over here.
Very thick.
Oh, yeah. Similar to what you would see. This is what you see in modern military at Arlington and other places like that. Now, over here next to it is George W. Mayo, Company H, 46th Regiment, Georgia Infantry, CSA, 1829 to 1863. This is
Died in action.
possibly, yeah. And this is a father and son right here. Let's see if I can get back here. Making all these grunting noises when I get up. All right, I'm curious as to where he fought, what battles he fought. If anyone wants to comment down there or chime in on the comments if you know anything about Revolutionary War battles, I'd like to know where John Mayo, Colonel Johnson's company, North Carolina Troops, where they fought at. And how did he get down here to Georgia? This is one that's been repaired too. And I've been talking to some restoration guys, and there's a lot to this. It's something you don't want to take on unless you really know what you're doing, because you can actually do more damage if you don't know what you're doing. I try not to. I'll clean a stone, but I will not, or as of yet I've not tried to repair one, because I don't feel like I'm confident in it. Rachel, wife of John Cousy, daughter of J&M, is that Bergamy? Ugh, I'm messing this up. Born September the 4th, 1850, died September the 6th, 1889. Did I get them names right? Bergamy. That's what it says. The footstone. Reverend I.B. Devors, born February 24th, 1800, died, I can't make that out, 1882. It says Baptist at the bottom. It's been repaired with some kind of epoxy or something. Here's one I want to take a look at this one. It's got the old, I can't remember what flag that is. Is that the Georgia flag from, don't know what flag that is. I'll have to, maybe some of y'all can tell me what flag that is. what flag that is, to be honest with you. Let's see if we can read this one here. Allen B. Seeley, Company B, 51st Georgia Infantry, CSA. All right, let's see this one right here. I like this old stone right here. I like its style. Narcissus Seeley, born April the 11th, 1830. Watch out, bug. 38, died May the 30th, 1890. I like this stone right here. And this stone here has not been damaged. I can tell. Oh yeah, it does. It's got a chip right here. It's got a chip right there and a chip right there. And it has been repaired right there, I see. Let's walk this way, look. Someone cuts this grass here, I don't know who. There's no church here, but there must be either a volunteer or someone that comes around and keeps this up. I don't know if it's a local historical society or what. I just know that every time I come by here, it's grass is cut. Let's see what we got over here broken. Oh, this was broken up. And this is way over here in the wood line. And this is the wood line right here. And I cannot make this one out at all. It just says March 23rd. And this is stamped 1870. Oh, I can't make that out. Let's see if I can get it. 1873, 1832. See how it's stamped in there? Poured some type of concrete and stamped it with some letters. And it's broken up pretty bad. And it's all the way along the back of this wood line here. So I'm wondering if there's more up in there. I don't have my long sleeve shirt on today. So I'm trying to stay away from the 3 leaves. So I may not go in there. And look. I lost my green shirt, you know. Robert wound up with that thing. Maybe I'll get it back one day. So this is a heavy. Yeah, I'll be there in a second. Let me just show this example right here of how this heavy stone has collapsed and broken the slab that it was sitting on. It has. That's a heavy stone right there. Examples of bricks, the old bricks too. Old style bricks. Here's another one right here. Let me see if I can get around to this. In memory of Martha B., daughter of John F. and S. M. Hollis, born March the 14th, 1850, died June the 11th, 1858. And this is another child right here. In memory of John Taylor, son of E. and Clara E. Taylor, born April the 1st, 1862, died February the 4th, 1863. It's falling apart on this side, but you can see how it was raised up. That one there was on bricks. Here's a neat example of some brick work that has collapsed, but you can see there was one here at one time. There's one there. Here's another one. Double wall stacked bricks. Right here. Another one. So look how it was designed with these little what would you call this, producer? Let's ask the historian over here, the architect historian, to give us a input on this one.
Stacked fieldstone and then built up with the brick on top.
And
really?
then what would we call these on the corners and in the middle? There's not one there. But what would you call them? Wouldn't be a pillar.
Kind of. Well, I mean, it's
I'm gonna get a shot on the inside showing the rock, fieldstone rock in there.
It's like a little castle.
Yeah.
For each person.
A little mansion. Their own little mansion.
Little fortress.
Their own little fortress right here. I want to go around it and look to see if there's any.
They weren't able to.
Well,
procure stone. Maybe there were no stonemasons around
that's correct. This could be a very old part of a cemetery because look, there are several bricks here. All these are bricks, and I see some stones. Look, footstones are placed here. Posts. I'm gonna go back and look at this one and see if there's a stone on the other side. If I can get around here. They got sticker vines too. And I thought that one there had 3 leaves on it. I'm trying to stay away from them today. Oh, this is a neat little view right here, y'all. Look at this. Look how it's curved right there. Can y'all see that? It's curved in right there. Field stones. And we're in a part of the country where there are not many stones. So I'm wondering where these stones came from. This is a real sandy soil around here. And I do not see many rocks in this farmland. This is Marion County, Georgia. To give you a reference, the closest town that you might know from, if you're not from around here, would be Plains, Georgia, the home of Jimmy Carter.
But that's Sumter County.
That's Sumter County. That's one county over, I think. And the next closest town would be Columbus, Georgia, which is in the westerly direction from where we're at right now. But this is really a neat little design right here and fortress. Okay, what is this tree right here? Okay, I'm gonna ask Robert Wright. If Grandpa was here, he'd tell me what that is.
Is that like I mean, the foliage appears very similar to a Japanese magnolia.
It does.
Or a saucer magnolia, but
Well, what
I've
is
never
this
seen the
fruit?
fruit. But
Well,
maybe,
I've never been
is that
to-
a pawpaw tree or a
Pawpaw.
possum haw?
I don't know. I'd like to know what that is.
Yeah, so if anybody knows.
Yeah.
It's
Now,
the one above us is what?
I don't know what that is.
An elm
Could be an elm.
or a beech? Might be a.
It might be. But here's the footstone on this one. And here's another one of those brick fortress type raised beds. And here's the stone. I'll try and read it. In memory
Maybe
of...
put that in later.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they put the brick in later or the headstones in later.
1850s.
William Powell, who was born July 20th, 1778 and died July 31, 1852.
These are the 1850s, so maybe there weren't any stonemasons down here before.
And they
the
brought
Civil
the
War.
stones in later. And no, this was a thriving community.
Yeah, but there may not have been a stonemason.
You're right. The closest stonemasons might have been way over to Columbus.
Formation.
Oh, I gotta stop for a second and look at that tree. Yeah, look at that.
Look at that interesting burling going up, making a like a S.
Yep.
Like a herringbone.
Okay, back to this. In memory of Nancy Powell, born August 15th, 1780, died May the 31st, 1857. Thank you. And the footstone. And a large, this must be a family plot right here. Wow, it's big. And more headstones that were laid in place later on. And I think the bricks were first. I think they put the bricks in first. Because if you had these marble stones first, I don't think you would have put them in like that. I'm just saying that. It looks like to me they went in there and they took the bricks out and jabbed them down in there. I could be wrong. I do not know. But memory of, oops, let's see if I can get that out of the way. This is a Brown. Memory of E.O. Brown, born February 25th, 1828, died March 22nd, 1885. Yeah. And right next to it is Sarah C., wife of E.O. Brown, born May the 12th, 1834, died May the 27th, 1870. And another one, a lot of brick here. Elder E.W., is that Lowe? Born September 3rd, 1837, died October 6th, 1878. Get this one right here. Sarah Corville. I can't read that, y'all. I can't hold my flashlight and move the limb at the same time. It was Corilla Lowe. That's what it says. Corilla Lowe, daughter of E.W. and Corilla Low, born August the 6th, 1870, died November the 6th, 1885. Rest, darling sister, rest. Now these bricks have got little holes in them. See that? And more burials, false crypts, right along the wood line. I'm wondering what's in the wood line. I think I looked last time I was here 2 months ago, and all I saw was trash. And now I feel raindrops hitting me. Another large, probably a family right in there. I'm standing on bricks, which were probably brick graves. So I'm thinking that probably the oldest part, here's bricks right here. Right here. Yeah, so I know for a fact that this community goes back to close to early 1830s. So being the older part of the cemetery, maybe they started out with these little brick. Well, you know what? No, that doesn't make sense. What makes sense is that they started out with the stones way over there and then worked bricks over this way when they started being able to manufacture or trade bricks. There were settlers in this general area before the land lottery. There were traders and missionaries here in this general area, not exactly here, maybe 15 miles that way. And I think we're going to do a video about that one day if we haven't already done one. And this is an old cedar tree right here. So this is pretty interesting. Let's see if we can find something else before we get rained out here. It's fixing to rain. So as the producer just pointed out to me, I am, 10, 15 foot into the wood line, and there's
and they're on the other side.
Facing that way. So I told myself I was not going to walk out in the woods because of the poison ivy. But here I am. I ain't worried about the snakes. If Robert Wright can handle a snake, I can handle a snake.
Look, is that a log or is that a big...
That's a big round culvert pipe over there.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wondering what's out that way. But I do see this one right here. I want to, at least, since I came over this way and got myself exposed to poison ivy, the least thing I could do is, and ticks. I forgot about the ticks. I want to at least read this one right here. I'll try and read it if I can. Very large stone. It says, in memory of Elizabeth, how do you pronounce that?
Serrani?
Serrani? Wife of Shadrach. Oh, I've never heard that name in a long time.
It's in the Bible.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen it on a tombstone in a long time. Okay. Shadrach Pearson, and daughter of John and F. Nicholson, born in Wilkinson County, Georgia.
April 18th, 1812, died in Stewart County, Georgia. May 12th, 1876, age 64 years and 24 days.
Yeah.
That is the...
that is cool.
The typeset on that is...
It is really...
crisp.
Really is interesting. And we got several of them here in that wood line. And this is what... And I don't know what's right back in there, to be honest with you. I wasn't planning on getting all the way back up in there. And here's an interesting one. I'm closing this out here. I was fixing to close this out and I just run across. It seems like it never stops. I mean, you find something, then you find something else. So anyway, I'm walking over here and someone's put a twin sons, 1905, Mr. and Mrs. A.H. Bacon. Someone came back in recent times and put a stainless steel plate down there. It looks like stainless steel possibly. But the Bacon family, here's a Bacon hand scribed in there. It must be the other child maybe. Maybe both children are laid to rest here. So, as I was saying, we see this a lot. Robert and I both have seen this quite a bit. You'll have a really nice, well-groomed cemetery. Then off to the side, you have people that are out on the edge and they're grown up in there. And for some reason, either the people that are trying to keep the cemetery up are limited in what they can do. Maybe they can't run a chainsaw. Maybe they can't get in there and clean that back. Or maybe they're planning on doing it later on. There are several people buried up in there, and then I'm not prepared to go up in there today because I'm already itching. But this has been real interesting. Wow, this is interesting. And I am going to come back another day. In the meantime, thanks for joining us Adventures in History, formerly Sidestep Adventures, with Robert Wright and the other Robert and the producer and Scott and everybody else, Dan, everybody else that works on this project here. And don't forget to like, share, comment. Love your comments. And if you find my green shirt, please, I need that thing back. It's got long sleeves. It'll keep these ticks and stuff off of me. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it won't. Anyway, thank you much for joining me. We'll see you later on.